Hello, my loves. Ruby here. If you are new to this channel, I am a professional psychic medium, tarot reader, astrologer, priestess, and witch. And today on the channel, we are doing a tarot unboxing. It has been a minute since I have filmed one of these, and we will be unboxing and taking a look at the Pythonic tarot. That could be the correct pronunciation, or I could be butchering that. The Pythonic tarot by Jessica Shaw. I purchased this on Etsy almost sight unseen. I was looking for a deck to channel messages from Hekate. We are working with Hekate this month on my Patreon page, and I recently posted a review for the Oracle of the Hecatean Path, and I've been really enjoying using that oracle to connect in with Hekate, and was looking for a tarot deck to use in conjunction with that oracle. So one of you did suggest this deck for that purpose after I purchased this, so I have a feeling I made the right call, but I'm not sure. I didn't watch any YouTube videos or unboxing videos about this deck. I've only seen a few images that were included in the deck listing, so we'll see. I'm not quite sure what I'm getting into. So it came with this guidebook. I'll say, shipping was really fast. It was packaged very securely. My guidebook did come a little dinged up, and I don't think it was damaged in transit because, like I said, it was packaged very securely. So I'm guessing that it was put in the box this way, and that's a little disappointing. If I'm, spending almost $100 on a deck, I do want the guidebook to come in more pristine condition, but it is what it is. And speaking of price, like I said, this is an indie deck. When it comes to the deck and shipping and taxes, I want to say it was like $92. So I would definitely consider this to be more of an investment purchase. All right, let's start by taking a look at the guidebook. All right, so it looks like we have a preface, some information on how to use the tarot, a few spreads, and let's look at the card meanings. All right, so for card meanings for the major arcana, there's no card reproduction. You're getting the name of the card, some paragraphs of text, and then it looks like keywords, an upright meaning, and a reversed meaning. So that's a decent size in terms of like card definition, card interpretation. I'm not mad about that. I like a meatier guidebook. And let's see what the minor arcana looks like, because there's sometimes a difference in terms of length of content you're getting. All right, and so then for the minor arcana, it does look like you're getting, a few less paragraphs, but still like a paragraph of text, an upright meaning, and a reverse meaning. And then it looks like you're getting some card correlations and keywords at the top. My one complaint about the guidebook that I will say is the text is very small. I don't know if you can see that. So it might be a strain on your eyes depending on what your eyesight is like. Nothing too detrimental. And I'm sure it was, that choice was made to reduce cost. But again, if you're spending upwards of $100 on a deck, it's nice to be able to see what you're reading. All right, let's look at the card and the artwork itself. I'm very excited for this. So it comes in this box, pretty typical card box, and then we do have this key on the back, which is perfect if you are purchasing this deck for the same reason that I am, to work with Hekate. All right, let's take a look at the backings. Oh, these are Gorgina. Look at this. Okay, this is excellent card backings. I'm so in love with this. I love that there's still the ability for reversal here. This is gorgeous artwork, so conducive to using it as a deck to work with Hekate. All right, now let's look at cardstock quality. Okay, it's on the shinier side, but it is thick cardstock. This feels like quality cardstock. Obviously time will tell once I've worked with the deck and shuffled it, but no complaints. It feels sturdy. Now let's dive into the deck itself. All right, so we have the Seeker. This is the Fool. I really like this artwork color palette. The color palette of this art feels very conducive for working with Hekate. Sorry, it's the end of my reading day. I can barely get words out. We have the Sorceress. This is gorgeous. And again, like if you're walking a pagan path, if you're walking a witchcraft path, if you're doing or working a devotional path to Hekate, this already feels very in line for those purposes. The High Priestess. This is a gorgeous deck. The Empress. And then we have the Emperor. I'm really enjoying this cardstock and the general feeling tone and the vibe of this deck. We have the Hierophant. Definitely a more pagan interpretation of a Hierophant. This deck feels like it's leaning very pagan. And then we have the Lovers. This is an interesting variation of the Lovers. I don't hate this. Then we have, oh, look at this Chariot. Ooh, it's so witchy. I love this. This is a good Chariot. The Chariot's hit or miss for me. When it's a hit, it's a hit. And when I don't like it, I tend to really not like it. All right, we have the Strength card. Gorgeous. Look at, we have the Snake and, okay, this is a great Strength card. The Hermit. We have the Web of Weird. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. This is a really nice Justice card. Look at that. Oh, this is such a Hecatean Justice card. Oh, I'm vibing with that. All right, we have the Hanging Woman. Ooh. Oh, we have 2 death cards, it looks like. And this is one of the cards I saw in the deck listing. It's one of the reasons why I purchased this deck. Look at that death card. He's sexy. Ooh, okay. Okay, Death. All right, then we have Temperance. All right, this isn't my favorite Temperance. The artwork is beautiful, but in terms of just card symbolism and card meaning, it doesn't totally do it for me. Beautiful artwork though. And then we have the Devil. Look at this tower. Oh, gotta be one of my favorite towers. Look at this Kali tower. This is stunning. Okay, the Star. I love this moon. The Sun. Judgment. Oh, that's gorgeous. And the World. Okay, so just based on the major arcana, it definitely feels like this is a deck for witches, for pagans, for those on a magical path. Definitely feels in line for working with Hekate. I'm gonna take a sip of water real fast. All right, and then we have, it looks like the Ace of Crystals. So I'm not sure what suit this would correlate to in the traditional Rider-Waite system. We have the 2 of Crystals. Okay, so there's a lot of green here. So I'm assuming this is the Earth, the element of Earth. This is Pentacles, which, okay, it is one of my pet peeves when the minor arcana is not listed or ordered in the order of Wands, Cups, Swords, and Pentacles. To me, that is the proper order. Putting Pentacles first, kind of a pet peeve. Of course, once these cards are shuffled, it will be fine, but I'm curious how it's ordered in the guidebook. Because if like Pentacles are first in the guidebook, that will kind of be annoying to me. 3 of Crystals. And then, yeah, with all the green, I'm guessing this is Pentacles. I have to say, so far, I'm enjoying the major arcana slightly more than the minor. But I do like this 5 of Crystals. The 6 of Crystals. The 7. The 8 of Crystals. Oh, this is definitely Pentacles. This feels like an 8 of Pentacles vibe. And, oh, and this is definitely the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Crystals. And then we have the 10 of Crystals. the Princess of Crystals, the Knight of Crystals. I would have loved if the knights were witches like they were in the Tarot of Love, right? Is it the Tarot of the Goddess Tarot, the Tarot of Love, the Gabby Herstick Venus deck? The knights are called witches in that deck. I feel like that would have been a really well suited for this deck as well. And then we have the Queen of Crystals and the King of Crystals. Ooh, love that king. All right, now we have the Ace of Blades. So this is definitely swords. So it looks like the minor arcana is almost flipped and reversed in terms of order. And then we have the Two of Blades. Oh, I really like this Three of Blades, this Three of Swords. I enjoy like a nice deviation to the Three of Swords, since it tends to be the card that across decks seems to have the closest artwork to the Rider-Waite-Smith. I feel like most artists don't stray too far from the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, so it's always nice to see a variation. The Four of Blades. Ooh, okay, I really like this Five of Blades. That's lovely. So Hecatean, right? The Six of Blades. This Seven. I'm enjoying the Seven. This is quite a deviation from how we typically see the Seven of Swords, but I get it. Like, I get it, and I'm liking it. The Eight of Blades. The Nine of Blades. Oh, that's lovely. That's so good. And the 10. All right, so far I like the Suit of Blades much more than the Suit of Crystals. Just throwing that out there. And then we have the Princess. The Knight of Blades. I like the choice of different steeds for the knights. The Queen of Blades. Oh. Ooh, she's so the Queen of Swords. And the King of Blades. Ooh, I like the kings in this deck, I must say. That is lovely. Stunning. All right, and then it looks like wands are wands. So the minor arcana is just any which order. We have the Ace of Wands. I do love this Ace of Wands though. And the Two of Wands. That's okay. All right. The Three. I feel like the Two and Three of Wands are usually a little more uninspired, just in general across deck artwork. Name a deck that has like a bananas good 2 and 3 of Wands. All right, and then we have the Three of Wands. Or wait, the Four of Wands, I mean to say. Sorry about that. The Five of Wands. The Six of Wands. Ooh, I love the Six of Wands. That's great. The Seven. Oh, I like this one too. The Eight. Okay, this is interesting. The Nine of Wands. Oh, and then this is quite a stunning 10 of Wands. I'll have to show you this. Look at that. That's lovely. All right, and then we have the Princess of Wands. Ooh. Look at her. All right. It's kind of giving the Witch Sister Tarot a little bit, don't you think? The Knight of Wands. Phoenix. This is the Queen of Wands. I personally feel like the Queen of Wands needs to have red hair. I don't know why. The Queen of Wands is one of my significators in tarot, so I have opinions about the Queen of Wands. This is fine, but she should have red hair. And then we have the King. All right, last suit. It looks like cups are chalices. We have the Ace of Chalices. Now, this is a little disappointing because the Two of Cups is one of my favorite cards in the minor arcana. And there's so many great pieces of artwork in this deck. This deck has been so stunning overall. So this is a little disappointing. Like, it's giving a little cheesy, a little juvenile. I don't love the color palette compared to the rest of the deck. I feel like there could have been something really creepy and witchy and like sexy and cool, and this one misses the mark for me. All right, then we have the Three of Chalices, the Four of Chalices, the 5, the 6, the 7. The 7 of chalices, or the 7 of cups, is a card that when it's right, it's so right. Like the Murder of Crow 7 of cups. The Ritual Tarot 7 of cups. Again, I feel like we could have gone a little harder with this one, but it's fine. It's fine, it's not bad. The 8 of chalices. This is interesting to me. To me, this feels a little opposite of the 8 of cups. But maybe the guidebook will provide some clarity in there for me on that choice. The 9 and then the 10. The cups are not really doing it for me, because the 10 of cups, I mean, if you see the 10 of cups as like a fantasy or an illusion, which sometimes the 10 of cups can be read that way as like a dream, a fantasy. But she looks kind of despondent. Like the chalices are spilling out. This could be the 7 of chalices, 7 of cups. So not all of the cups in this deck are like totally knocking it out of the park for me, but we'll see how it reads. We'll see how it reads. All right, and then we have the Princess of Chalices, the Knight of Chalices, the Queen of Chalices, and ooh, the King of Chalices. He's sexy. Like, he belongs in like a punk goth band. Like, I'm giving him my number. Him and the Death card can fight over me. All right. So that is the Pythonic Tarot, I believe is the name of this deck. Overall, very glad I invested in this one. I think it's going to be perfect for working with Hekate. I think it's going to pair very nicely with the Oracle of the Hecatean Path. I think it would also pair well with some of the other oracles I have in my collection that are, more based in witchcraft. I will say I don't have like a witchy tarot deck that's like witchcraft themed that I really like. The Witch Sister Tarot is great, but it feels very specific to like Celtic mythology and like the Celtic stream of magic. As opposed to general paganism and witchcraft and Hecatean magic. So this definitely feels like it's meeting a need in my collection in more ways than one. Now, I'm guessing it's going to be a deck I use for personal readings, getting messages from Hekate, and then I will definitely be using it this month in the Patreon for channeling messages as well. I'm not sure this is gonna make it to my professional space and reading for clients unless we're doing a very specific witchcraft related reading, but I don't think this is gonna be a general reader for me, which is, not why I purchased it. So that's not a negative. I'm more just commenting on the general feeling and first impressions that I have. Amazing backings. Some amazing artwork. The major arcana to me is really, really stunning. I really enjoyed the suits of swords, the suits of blades, and the suit of wands. Crystals and cups left a little to be desired, but every deck has its strengths and its weaknesses. So I'm not saying don't purchase it for that reason. That's just my impressions, my first impressions as somebody that tends to be on the pickier and more critical side. Just because I love tarot so much, not to be critical. I just, tarot is my passion, and I have I'm very opinionated about my decks and what I'm looking for in the deck. So that's it. If you have this deck, I would love to hear, how you work with it, how you found your groove with it along its way. I'm sure that I will be talking about this deck more on the channel in the future once I've gotten to know it a little bit more. And we'll see how Hekate likes it. The messages from Hekate have been coming in like bananas strong. So I'm excited to clear this deck and put it on my altar and consecrate it to work with Hekate. And, as always, I am sending you so much love, and I am wishing you well.